Hey everybody, we are here at the front door of House of Tropicals. We're going to shoot as much of a video tour of the store as we can today. Let's step aside and let the customers go by. So this is the tank that used to contain tiny Tawanda. I was wondering where she was when I came in. I should have taken a moment to look at her sign. It usually says please do not tap on the glass, etc. But unfortunately she's gone now. I think she was over 30 years old. And she was a giant gourami. She was huge. You can see her in some of my other videos of the House of Tropicals, but she was in this tank for a long time, and she's no longer with us. So these are just a few of the display tanks as we come in. It's kind of hard to see what's going on in them because we're looking through them to the store, etc. So let's come around the corner, and this end of the store is woodwork, decor, bags of gravel, all that kind of good stuff. And as we move down here, we get into just some storage area. That brings us into some of their saltwater stuff. We're not going to spend a lot of time looking at their saltwater stuff today. I don't do saltwater, and they've got a lot of it, so not only would I not really know what I was talking about, I just don't have time. They got a lot of stuff to go over. So this is all their corals, as you can see. They have some more saltwater display tanks over here. This tank usually has some sharks or something in it, and today it looks like we've got some. Oh, there's a little shark over there right now. We've got these rays in here today. That's pretty cool looking. So lots and lots of clownfish, live rock, all kinds of good stuff if you're into the salt water. So we're going to come down here and we'll get to the actual main part of the store where the fish are. Talked to Mark, one of the owners, and they have expanded. It used to be that this was more or less the last functional aisle of the store, and this aisle was all more or less storage for tanks and stuff, and so they've leased the store next to them, opened it up, and now have all of this room for extra storage for all their tanks and hoods and supplies, bulk foods, that sort of thing. He said something about keeping all of the pond plants and stuff for the summertime right in front of the window, so that should be wrapping up, but they still have all this down here. And then they have a bunch of koi, and we're going to look at a really pretty koi today, and I'm already going to tell you I may be coming home with this koi that we're going to be looking at in a moment. So this is just koi for ponds. And so let's have a look up this aisle. This has always been one of my favorite display tanks that they have in here. It's changed a lot over the years, but it's always been something really lush, very calm surface. You can look in and see the fish swimming around. I like that a lot. So we'll come back and have a look down that aisle in a minute. So down this aisle, they have made it so all of this is their more expensive, specific type woodwork, not just blocks of wood like is in the bins that we saw. So we've got all that all the way down on this side, and then this whole side of this aisle now is all plants. And I'm not going to have time today to go tank by tank by tank and look at every single tank. I know when I shoot videos in here, people literally want me to go around and look at every single tank and look at every single, every single plant, and come down and look at the name and the price, and it's just not realistic. They have over 700 tanks in the store, and I just can't do that for every fish, so and every plant. So we're just going to get a basic look at their selection of different plants as we walk along. Unfortunately, the only two fish I'm here to buy today, they have neither in stock, but I am going to get one alternative, and then I don't know about the other one. I might have to come back next week. He said they're supposed to get them in tomorrow. I'm looking for black phantom tetras, and they don't have any black phantom tetras. That fish is huge. Try to eat my finger. So more plants. Down the end of this aisle is where a lot of their goldfish are. We got some feeders down this aisle. Various cichlids. Not a whole lot going on in here, but somewhere in this aisle is those koi he showed me. Oh, here they are. Black and gold butterfly koi. So I may be bringing one of these home today. I'm really tempted. But they are fantastic. So I don't know, we'll see. That's definitely on my list, even though I didn't come here looking for another koi. I might have to get rid of some goldfish to squeeze another koi in the tank, but those make it seem worth it, so we'll see. So anyway, moving along. Lots of stuff going on down here. Let's see, these are bucktooth tetras. So we're not going to be getting any of them. This aisle is usually where they keep their brackish fish. That's what I think we're looking at right now, actually. These are monos, so these are probably brackish fish. This is the aisle where Butterbean came from. Butterbean once upon a time lived right here. They got some really big plecos down at the end of this aisle too. Oh, let me see, more koi. Let's work our way down here real quick. Stop and have a quick look at the giant catfish, although they're tiny right now, but they will get huge fast. There's a couple of big ones right there. Surprised, they usually have these tanks just full of huge plecos. Don't see too many today. There's a bunch of clown loaches. It's nice. Let's see, I'm not sure what these are, but they're pretty cool looking. Oh, and this is another one of their tanks that I always think is amazing. I'm honestly not sure if that's real woodwork or not. I don't think that's a real piece of wood. Gorgeous tank though. I believe these are Kessel LEDs. Halo? I don't know if Halo is the brand or the model. They used to have Kessel LEDs on here. $98 for an Oscar. We're going to look at some expensive discus while we're here too, actually. So let's get moving. Got a whole rack of betta fish here. Come back around the corner and we make our way down the first aisle. So this aisle here is all stuff that I can have in my tanks. This is all fairly neutral, medium hard water. Let me get out of Grand Central right here. This is where everybody does all the fish bagging and waiting on the customers and everything. So this is one I wanted to have a look at while we were walking past today. That is a huge yo-yo loach. So that was notable as I walked past. This side is all small stuff. I wanted to get a some Siamese algae eaters, but I've been told that the flying fox will also eat the hair algae, and these flying fox are a lot more attractive than the Siamese algae eaters. So I think I'm going to pick up a couple flying foxes today. That's almost a guarantee, and that'll be to replace the Siamese algae eaters. And then I wanted to get some black phantom tetras to go with my angelfish in my 40, but they don't have any today, you know. But again, I wasn't married to the idea of black phantom tetras. There might be something else in here that I might take a fancy to, some other type of schooling fish. So again, this whole side here, both of these aisles are fish that work in my water, as far as being, you know, fairly neutral, medium, hard to soft. All these fish can tolerate that. And then they've got an aisle that's African and need much harder water than I have. And then of course they have all their saltwater stuff. So what else was I looking at? I saw something else down here that struck my fancy. Oh, there they are. They're right in front of where that gentleman is working, so we'll have a look at them in a minute. I want to add something to Butterbean's tank, and I was thinking possibly some of those red velvet swordtails in there. So we'll put them on the short list and come back to that. More catfish that are going to get enormous one day. Got lots of different gouramis. They've got the moonlight gouramis in, so I don't know, maybe we might look at another moonlight gourami. And so this side here, this section from the break down, this is all African cichlids. So again, we're not really going to be spending a lot of time looking at any of those. I can't really keep the African cichlids. And it just goes on and on and on. Lots and lots of different mollies, swordtails, live bearers. They got a bunch of different rainbow fish in this aisle. Not even sure what these are, but they're pretty cool looking. Let's see. I'm guessing they are those, and I don't know what those are. Well, headstanders, yeah, I'm guessing that's them, because they all seem to be doing that weird head down positioning. So interesting, never seen those before. Oh wow, those are pretty. Tangerine lyre-tail. Wow, they're really pretty. Look how bright they are. Ooh, these are really cool looking too. I bet these are glowfish. Oh, they are. They're glowfish. No wonder. They're just glowfish Danios. Don't mind me. Here's some more glowfish. And again, these are all African cichlids and whatnot down on this side that I can't really do anything with. And again, I don't even know what to show you, you know, that would be important or not. Let's see, this whole entire aisle all the way down is all saltwater, so we might have a quick look at some of that. And unfortunately, if we stay, we can't go all the way down this aisle either. They got a radio down there playing music, and every time I get near it, it does the copyright infringement stuff, and so we're just going to avoid that section. But that little section where we're not going to go is full of, oh, I like these. They're called some kind of, I think that's what they are. I don't know. But again, these are all African cichlids. These are all fish that I can't even keep in my water down in this section. And then so this section down here where Kevin is, Kevin and his giant beard, this is all freshwater stuff that I also can keep. But this is all where they keep all their little tiny stuff. This looks like threadfin rainbow fish or something similar. Albino tiger barbs, etc., etc. I did see some gobies today, some bumblebee gobies. I was considering those. I really like these too. These are coolie loaches. My coolie loaches don't have stripes on them like that. Interesting. Alright, this is again all the saltwater stuff. Let's see if we see anything really striking. That's a pretty fish there. And then that's a crazy looking one with the weird face. So again, unless it's a great big puffer fish or something, I generally have no idea what I'm even looking at, whether these are expensive or interesting or not. Oh, this is another pretty one. Oh, I like these. I don't even see what they're called. No, it's all their scientific names, so I have no idea what they're called. But those are cool looking, and I like these. They look like box fish almost, but they're not quite square enough to be box fish. But they definitely are some type of fish that puffs up. Good looking stuff. Oh, here's some cool looking fish too. There's another one that I guarantee puffs up. And I don't know what those are, but they look pretty cool. So alright, enough of that. Some feeder shrimp. Around this side is all their reptile stuff. There's a little reptile room right there. Snakes, turtles, you know, the stuff you would typically find in a reptile room. And then this is all their reptile supply stuff down at this end of the store. But we are going to hit this aisle as best we can. This aisle is usually packed full of people, and they're doing work in here today too. And here comes Mike. Maybe we'll get to say hi. Mike is the owner of the store, one of the owners.
You are alive.
Mike, I made it back. Say hi to everybody.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Yay, that's Mike, everybody. I'm gonna talk to you before we leave.
Okay, I'll be back here.
All right. Thanks, sir. So in this aisle, we've got guppies, angelfish. Lots of angelfish in this aisle. This is like my favorite aisle in the store. Usually, I can almost always find something to pull out of here. That's something I missed on the way down the first time. That's a nice looking pleco right there. I don't know what that is though. LDA 30 maybe? I've never heard the LDA. That must be a new number. It's been so long since I've looked at L numbers though. If they're up to the LDA, that's a interesting one. Shrimp. Lots of shrimp down at this end. Wow, a lot of shrimp. So let's move along. Let's get out of everybody's way here. Again, shrimp, tiny fish, some puffer fish. Little teeny tiny crayfish. Lots and lots of angelfish of different varieties. Squeeze past everybody again. Again, more angelfish. These are getting some water change done. These are really pretty. So these discus are all not for sale. I don't know if they're newly in and they're still in quarantine, or if they're ill or something is wrong with them. Neons, more angelfish, rams, and then there's this extra large. That looks an awful lot like my red turquoise. Looks very much like my discus, but look at that price, $300 a piece. And that's considered extra large. So my discus are already probably, my biggest one's probably about as big as that one is in there. That's a good size fish. And $300. Wow. So the only other one I looked at that I like in here are these black angelfish, and I have no need whatsoever for another angelfish. So probably going to get those flying fox, and I may get one of those black and gold koi, just because that's an amazing looking fish. And then of course once we get out here, we come back around, and again, as I said, there's all the reptile supply and so on and so forth, and then we make our way back out to the front of the store. And so that's it. That's a look all the way around the House of Tropicals. Well, let's see, we'll go around this way. And lighting, hoods, pumps, all that kind of stuff is down this end of the store. They got, you know, behind the counter fish foods, etc., etc. So let us finish off here with a couple looks at these tanks. These are usually not too full of anything, a lot of corals and stuff. No, those are all cool looking. Wow, those almost look like they're glowing. And let's finish up over here. Oh, just some more clownfish. Interesting. There are some really, really good looking clownfish. But that's all they are. These tanks often would have much more variety of stuff in them. Man, those are some crazy looking clownfish. Alright everybody, we're going to call that the end of the video. I'm going to say thanks for watching. We'll finish up with a look at that mandarin, because they are amazing. We can see it through the coral there. Almost. There you go. Alright everybody, thanks for watching. Make sure you're subscribed. And I'll see you real soon in the next one.